welcome back to the Ram Runner Garage. I got a few updates for you today, so let's get to it. First off, my cylinder heads came back from the machine shop yesterday. The machinist who I talked to, and in the last video I talked about the using the LS 2-inch valve for the Mopar Performance 197 valve. Well, it turns out I can only find one company that offers the 197 valve, and they do not sell it to the people. They sell it on their head alone. It was called MagnumMopar.com, and it was a stage 2 engine quest cylinder head. I tried to get just the valves, can't get just the valves. So I also entertained the idea of a 2-inch LS valve. Now technically you can use the 2-inch LS valve. Not in my situation though. My situation is I already had valve springs, and retainers, and locks. In order to use the LS valve, you have to get shims, beehive type springs, different locks, different retainers. I already had all the other upgraded parts for the my cylinder heads when I ran the Hughes 208-214 cam with a 523/533 lift. I have now installed a new comp cam 224/230 at 50 thousandths, 513 lift, 513 lift, and 112 degree lobe separation. Yes, I know I'm giving up some lift. I talked to the guys at Comp Cams, and they said I will not see a difference in power. In fact, I will see the opposite. I'll see an increase in power because of my lift and duration. Not my lift, my duration, my 50 thousandths on the intake of the exhaust. So going this route, I'm going up 16 degrees of duration on the intake, 16 degrees of duration on the exhaust. And going with less lobe separation, it's going to give me a nice choppy idle. Now, let's go look at the heads real quick. Here are the 202 valves. This is what I'm going with. I called Hughes engines again, and I'm going with a 202 and a 162 valve. Got everything installed, nice and pretty. Everything on spec. I did have to go back and forth between the machine shop and Hughes to verify that their springs would in fact hold up to this cam, because just because it's good for a 513 or a 523/533 does not necessarily mean it's going to work on this cam alone. So you have to go by your specs on your springs, and these fall within specs, so I did good there. Next update, all my parts from Rock Auto came in. This is actually a harmonic balancer sleeve. Over time, your crankshaft can start developing a little groove or a little wear pattern because of your seals on your timing cover seal and your rear main seal. Mine was not leaking yet, but the motor did have about 200,000 miles on it. So I figured that maybe now would be a good time to switch that on, because I don't plan to pull the motor anytime in the future. I did a test on the heads for piston to valve clearance. I know I shouldn't have any issues. I did not. I bolted the head on, just 4 bolts under in a pattern, spun the motor over a couple times, make sure the 202 valve didn't hit the cylinder wall, and did not contact the valve. So I did good there. Everything's okay. I spoke about it in the last video. Ice cream man. There's my Viper from hypotech.com. This is my 2600 stall converter, and it's in. One of my next, well, I guess right here, I did my freeze plugs while I had the availability. You can't see that one, sorry. Just so you know, this one was the one that was leaking real bad. Yes, Arturo Fuente. Ooh, good cigar. This is the one you can't, I can see it with my eyes, but I can't see it through the camera, so I doubt you'll be able to see it. But I did both on the back. And I did all those. So, I've never done freeze plugs before. Can you believe I've been messing with cars for all these years, and I have never done freeze plugs before. I usually have the machine shop do it for me, but I decided this time I'm gonna try it myself. It really was, sometimes you surprise yourself. It's not that bad. Do we got any other updates here? Well, yeah, I got. This car had a mast antenna on it. I've always hated it. I always kind of thought it interfered with the lines of the car, and I decided that I was going to go ahead and shave that. So, over the course of a nasty week, we had a lot of rain and some plummeting weathers here in Louisville, Kentucky. So I decided to take advantage of the nasty weather, couldn't get anything else done. Decided to come out here and shave the antenna. I ordered a high power antenna from Amazon. It should be here in unfortunately it sounds like it's coming from China. So it's as I understand it's on the boat now on its way over. So yeah, here in a few weeks or so it should still be here. It should be here then, and then I'll install the mast antenna on this car, or the hidden antenna. This is actually going to be a high powered hidden antenna. It will probably go here. So I'll probably put it like right up here. Put it alongside this A-pillar trim. I have a fuse block kind of under there, and I'll just run it up the wire up here, branch it off. Then it has like double sticky, and I'll just stick it right up here. And it should actually be better than the mast antenna that was on it. Need door pins while I'm at it. Door pins are starting to fail on this one. I've had the car since I was 18 years old, and I'm 36 now. I've had this car for 18 years, and I've never